Well, good afternoon, everybody. As I mentioned, my name's Chris Wright, and I'm a managing consultant here at One Spatial. Communication is an ongoing challenge in many organisations, particularly when working with distributed workforces and/or field workers. In some industries, like public safety, being able to communicate effectively can save lives and protect critical infrastructure. In this 30-minute webinar, you'll soon discover how map-based collaboration can help your organisation improve communication and work more efficiently as a team. You'll see how you can use Geocortex collaboration to share text messages, images and more in real time and directly in the mapping applications that you've built. So today we're going to talk about the ongoing communication challenge. We're going to talk about GIS and its communication history, and we're going to talk about what is Geocortex collaboration, spatially solving the communication challenges, and then we'll give you a live demonstration of the collaboration tool. Communication, or should I say good communication, is one of the major keys to an organization's success. Good communication creates good company relationships with customers as well as the staff. Most companies identify communication as one of their top challenges. Poor communication effects can lead to bad decision making, poor morale and bad customer relationship. It affects the customer, who in this case has got a leak. It affects the engineer who's out in the field trying to find the leak. It also affects the call center team. If they haven't got good communication with their customers or with the people on the ground, then they get frustrated as it's difficult to maintain a happy relationship. Your business is about keeping everybody informed, communicating a solution and reacting in the most efficient way possible. Traditionally in a GIS, this is the sort of workflow that would take place when an incident arrives on your doorstep. You would receive a call or an email. Somebody would then log into the GIS. They would make an edit to place where the incident is and make some comments about it. They would then inform the person who raised the incident via phone or email that they've done it and would they like to take a look. The person who raised the call then has a look and makes changes and sends some things back. And you keep going around this loop until everybody is happy. Behind the scenes, you've created the data storage requirements to store all this incident information. So you've created the incident class, you've created the attributes that you want to store against it, and you've loaded all the map background data. These things are quite hard to secure and scale inside a traditional GIS. And to really use it properly, you need to be GIS savvy to understand which GIS you're using and to use it in an efficient way. But basically, it is inefficient, it's slow, there's no real-time communication, it's rigid. If you need to change it, you often need a developer to modify the application you've built, and because it's development, it's costly to maintain going forward. Not so long ago, Geocortex introduced the HTML5 viewer, which has a shortened, more streamlined approach. So you can load an application inside the viewer, and when you load the application, you can load it on a different set of devices. So you can load it on your mobile phone out in the field, you can load it on a tablet out in the field, and you can load it on a laptop or a desktop in the office. You can mark up changes, and then you can save the project securely. So you can save the project and secure it against your name. And then you can share it with individuals securely. That individual can then update the project, and again you go around the cycle of marking up the changes, saving the project and passing it out. Again, you keep going around this loop until everybody's happy. In the background, Geocortex has created the data storage for you. The end users get simple tools, click and drag, tools that they're used to seeing, but it's not real time. However, it is secure, and you only allow people to see what you want them to see. So taking the communication to the next level with Geocortex collaboration, we can have real-time, map-centric communication. We can share messages around a problem, we can upload pictures showing a problem, and we can share and edit drawings describing the solution. We have the notion of rooms, and we can have secured content in those rooms. When you create a room, you are the owner, you are the administrator, and you can share with who you want. Users see what matters to them, and users are identifiers such as Chris Wright has joined the room or John Hartshorn shared a drawing. More importantly, there's an after-event review, so the conversations are tracked and stored. Interactions are stored for easy review and playback, so you can see what happened, why, and maybe why decisions were made, good or bad. So why Geocortex collaboration? You can collaborate in real time without leaving your application. You can review events to understand how and why the decisions were made, and it uses familiar communication tools such as chat and messaging, which everybody uses in their daily lives. So the workflow for Geocortex collaboration is load an application, create a room and set up some permissions, add some content, images and or markup, and see what others have to contribute. It is that easy. Behind the scenes, Geocortex is creating a themed room on the fly. The data storage is facilitated by Geocortex. Users have chat and markup tools they are familiar with, and notifications are pushed out real time, and above all, it's secure. Okay, so let's have a live demonstration and see collaboration in action. Excuse me. So this is my HTML5 application. It's of the Staffordshire area, and I've got some content in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to simulate a call center call coming in. So I've got a workflow here where I can say do a call center address search. So that a customer's called in, and the first thing I'm going to ask them is what is their postcode. So ST16 2HE. Then I'm going to ask them, is it a clean water or a wastewater problem? They're telling me it's a clean water problem. So I hit the next button and I confirm, is this the open learning unit on Newport Road? To which they say yes. So I just go next, and my map centers around this problem. So here's the open learning unit, and if I right click here I can say find data on the map, and I've got an address point which has got some information against it. And so on and so forth. What I can also do is there's an building asset here, so I can have a look at a building asset and see what information we've got about that. But now I know where the incident is and I've confirmed it with the customer, I can now start interacting with collaboration. So you can see we've got some collaboration tools here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the collaboration tools, and I'm going to hit the collaboration button. Now I've got an engineer out in the field there, and his name's Pete. So I'm going to try and contact Pete with this incident. So what I do is I can create a new room. So I'll give the room a name. So I'm going to say this is incident Newport Road. And I'm going to give the incident a color. Now I can give it any color I like, so it's good to color your incidents differently, and they will show up in different colors as we go along, so you can manage multiple incidents at the same time. Then what I'm going to do, I can add people to this room. So I can either add individuals or groups of people. So this can be from my AD, or it can be from Geocortex identity server. So I'm going to add an individual to this, and I'm going to search for Pete. So I know Pete's out there. So I've got Peter H here. Then what I'm going to do is add that user, and I'm going to give that user edit permission on this chat room. So I hit save, and I've now got the room assigned to me. So I can say, hi Pete, are you about? And this immediately gets sent out to Pete, and Pete might be sitting there having his lunch in his van, with his little iPad or his tablet, Windows tablet there, and he's come back to me and says, "Hi there, Chris, how can I help?" So what I can now say is, we have an incident on Newport Road. Can you investigate, please? And then I can say, see drawing. So when I say see drawing, what I can actually do is I can just click on drawing here, click on freehand, and then I can just draw. I can just draw on the map. So I can just draw a circle like that. So we know that's roughly where the incident is because that's the house. I can then click send. So I'm sending this to Pete now. If Pete's map is off the screen and he doesn't know where it is, say he's sitting over here somewhere, he can just click on the pencil there and it will center that drawing on his screen for him. So Pete's doing that, and I guess he's just starting his van up now and driving off there. Hopefully he'll just tell me that he's doing that. So he said he's about a minute away, so we'll go check it out. So we'll just give Pete a bit of time to get there. But we can upload images. We can just do freehand drawings. We can put square boxes, rectangles, circles marking up on the map. So within this drawing box, we can select any one of a number of different items to draw on a map with. So Pete's just said, just a heads up, there are some workmen nearby maybe causing the problem. Now you see he sent a picture here. If I click on that picture, I don't know whether you can see here, there's a little camera icon, and if I click on that picture, it's flashing. Now if it was off the screen, if it was off the screen, like that, and I clicked on it, it would center me back. And then I can, if I want to, look at the screen in full screen mode, the picture. And we can see that our digging, some workmen are digging there. So this is probably some of the teams that we know about that are not very good. So Pete's on the scene now and it's not looking good. So let's have a quick look at this drawing. So we can see the water's coming out there and we can see the firemen in the background. So we've definitely got a problem. So I can make a decision, say we need to turn off the water. I will locate the valve. So I'm going to tell him we need to turn the water off. That goes back to Pete. And now I could get some drawings out now, have a look around and see where the valve is that we want to shut off. If we had the water overlay on here, we could just identify the water overlay, identify the relevant valve, highlight it, and then send the picture to Pete. So Pete's going to have a chat with the guys that are doing the work. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to draw a circle and say I think the valve's here. So I've sent the valve to Pete, so hopefully he'll just pop down the road and turn it off for us. But in the instance here, he's found the cause. So we again can have a look at this picture. So you can see there's a hole in the pipe here that's causing the cause. You can tell it's real time because our chats have crossed. So can you confirm where the valve is? So I've said the valve is here and I've sent that picture off to Pete. So hopefully now he's going to get down there and he's going to turn it off for us. And you can see that he's drawn a line to it there. If he's running like that, he'd probably had more than just a cup of coffee at lunchtime. So hopefully he'll tell us that the valve's off, and then we can decide then that we're going to send a crew out. So I'm sending a crew out to fix. Any other problems? So he told me that he needs to close a road. So what he can do is, okay, can you do that and let me know where you have closed it. So he sent a picture here. So it does look like we've got a bit of havoc going on here. So we do need to do something like get the police out there as well. So I'll so we'll send the police along to help out. And you can see that we've got all these drawings here, all these pictures here, and the drawings are still on the map. He's closed the road, and again what I can do is I can click on that and we can see where he's closed the road. He's closed it there, there, and there, and there. So we've now got the roads closed, we've got things isolated, and the police are on their way with a bit of luck to help out. So at that point we can then close off the room. So we can just close the incident and close the room, and we can then view it later on. I can open it back up again and carry on, and it'll draw things back for us. So we've just got a new thing. So a new picture from Pete saying the police are there, they're sorting it out. So great. We are managing this situation. We can have 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or as many incidents as you want running at the same time and have real-time collaboration with these people. If the police get there, we could invite the police to join the room as well so that they can add value to it. Anybody that has access to the site, we can authorize to join the room. So we can bring in lots of different people. So you might have field engineers, you might have the police around, you might have other people that are looking into things, and so on and so forth. So if it was an emergency incident, you might have police, fire and ambulance that we can all coordinate from sitting inside our call center. So the workmen have arrived now, which is good. They're trying to fix the problem. So that's really what the real-time collaboration is all about. So how can it help you? It can support you in better understanding of your issues. It can share what is known about an issue. It can gather and refine the information. You can make real-time decisions based on real data. If you've got foreground data, we could lay that foreground data on top of that application and just add it to the information that we pass out into the field. There's a follow-up review to understand the decision making. So each of these incidents are saved and you can go back in review mode and watch the incident unfold. And you can learn from the mistakes and the successes that you make when you're resolving an incident. So with that, I'd like to say thank you for your time, and are there any questions? I'll open up the microphones for you.